Hi, this is the Financial Reboot Investment Team, and we have a update to a question that we were asked on our live show. This is a great question too, and is really timely, and it hit kind of close to home because it's about a local business that went public. The question was, how do we feel about First Hawaiian Bank's IPO? So let's take a little look at the First Hawaiian Bank IPO. Now, of course, this hits close to home. We are based in Hawaii. We're all very familiar with First Hawaiian Bank. It's the biggest bank in Hawaii, and it's one of two major players in the sector. So let's take a look. What we did was we went ahead and we created a cheat sheet for First Hawaiian Bank. Let's talk about it. First of all, it's owned by a French bank, BNP Paribas, which trades on the Nasdaq, BNPQY. BNP controls about 85% of the stake of the IPO. First Hawaiian Bank's revenue about 123.8 million. The net income is 65.5 million. It's an EPS of about $1.61 a share and a price to earnings of 15.4. So let's take a look at the competition for First Hawaiian Bank. Bank of Hawaii, of course, is one. That's the other large bank in Hawaii. Central Pacific Bank's another. It's a smaller bank. American Savings is a smaller bank. Really, the big competition is from Bank of Hawaii. And so let's take a look at some of the advantages of First Hawaiian Bank. First of all, it's the oldest bank in Hawaii. It's got great brand recognition, especially in Hawaii. Um, it offers the same array of services as Bank of Hawaii. Of course, it's the same size. But there's some really nice things internally about First Hawaiian Bank that we like. Is It's more efficient than Bank of Hawaii at 45% versus a 50% efficiency ratio. These banks have little threat from outside big banks from the mainland. The reason being logistics, the population is small. There's just not a whole lot of reason to bring big investment in here for the bigger banks, the Wells Fargo's, Bank of America's, just because there's not a lot of opportunity with this little monopoly going on. It's got solid coverage, 57 locations, including Guam and Saipan. It's also got a better book value than Bank of Hawaii at 1.4 versus 2.5. But here's some really great stuff. We did a little chart with the comparison against its peers and the industry average. We don't have a gross margin yet, but on operating margin, you can see really across the board, it's very strong compared to its peers and its industry average. So that's the why there was a lot of excitement about this IPO. It's a lot of people. It was about time. So we are looking to buy the stock on Monday, and we'd like to get in under $26, and we have a price target of about $45. So let's talk about the actual stock. We don't like to buy on the first day of IPOs. I think everybody knows IPOs can be really, really good. They can be really, really bad. You know, if you bought the Facebook IPO, you're really happy. If you bought the Twitter IPO, you're really sad right now. So we like to see how things play out. So it opened right around that $23, $24 range, popped up a little bit, and it just carried up through the day. Had a little volume pop at the end, probably a little wash of day traders trying to maximize the IPO. And let's compare this to Bank of Hawaii. This is a 1 year chart of Bank of Hawaii, and it's pretty much been stagnating in that $60 to $70 range. Of course, when we had that big market sell-off, it took that very hard, and it recovered like most of the industry. And one of the smaller banks for comparison is Central Pacific Bank, and that trades at about $25. So that's where we established our price target because we like Bank of Hawaii a lot better than we like First Hawaiian Bank a lot better than we like Bank of Hawaii, and we're trying to find a mean between the smaller banks and its peers. So $25 around for Central Pacific Bank, Bank of Hawaii is trading around 70. So we went with the 40 to $45 range. We expect to raise that target at some point. So really to answer the question from the viewer of the live show, you know, we have been watching for the IPO of First Hawaiian Bank. We were very excited about it. We're just looking for an entry point. The entry point we'd like to get is under $26, and we have a price target of $45 initially. And this is all based on the fact that we think it's a much better run bank than Bank of Hawaii is, and it's got a lot of brand recognition. There's not a whole lot of competition, and it's already pretty much controls most of the banking sector in Hawaii. So this has been the Financial Reboot investment team with an answer to one of our viewers that watched our live show. Don't forget our disclaimer. Financial Reboot is not registered as a securities broker dealer or an investment advisor, either with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission or with any state regulatory agencies. We are neither licensed nor qualified to provide investment advice. And given this representation, all information and material provided by Financial Reboot is for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice. Thank you very much.